Welcome to Scanner Shelf Tag Training. Today we're going to look at creating shelf tags for your store using your ordering scanner. There's two ways you can request a shelf tag through your scanner system. The first way is during the course of creating an order. You scan an item, you realize you need a tag for it, so in the function button on the left hand column you'll tap on the word tag. That will save the tag request. And then when you download your order off of the scanner, the shelf tags will be downloaded as well, and you can go then to your Tools menu and select Print Shelf Labels, where you can then begin the process of configuring your labels for printing. The scanner does, however, have a shelf tag function that you can use without having to create an order. You would simply select shelf tags from your scanner menu, and then go through your store scanning all the merchandise you wanted to request a shelf tag for. Once you've gotten all the shelf tags that you wanted in your scanner, you'll bring your scanner back to the cradle, put it in the cradle, and then in your software you'll open up the scanner menu and select Unload Shelf Labels. When you select Unload Shelf Labels, you'll be prompted to press the Hot Sync button. And the shelf labels will be taken off of the scanner, put into your system, and your Print Shelf Labels dialog box will open automatically. You'll see that the available batches of labels defaults to the most recent batch, the one I scanned just before I began the presentation. I have the ability next to select the type of label that I wish to use. And I have three choices. The first choice is the standard ScanGenius label. These labels are available through Living Naturally. We have adhesive and non-adhesive labels that you can order. The next two selections are Avery labels that are available at virtually any office supply store. Once you've selected the size of label you wish to use, you can now come down and continue configuring your shelf label. The first selection we'll make is whether we want to show the retail price of the product on our shelf label. When I select Show Retail Price, the retail price of record shows up. If the retail price is displayed incorrectly, I can simply come in and overwrite the price with the correct retail price. The next setting I can use is if I'm using labels where there are a certain number of labels missing. I would simply type in the number of labels that are missing, and the printing would begin where there are labels on the sheet. The setting of Include Unknown UPC will print off a generic looking barcode for merchandise that I've scanned that I don't order through my scanner system. My fine-tune function will allow me to adjust the print on my label if it's not centering just the way I want it. I can adjust the horizontal or the vertical placement of the print. And then the last setting I've got is Skip Duplicate UPCs. This will tell the system I only want one shelf label, even if I've scanned a specific item more than one time. Once I've got all of those configurations set, I can click on my Preview button. And I'll get a view of what my labels will look like. If I'm happy with the way that looks, I can click on my print icon, select the store printer I wish to use, and then click on Print, and my shelf label request will be sent to that printer, and the labels will be printed off. If I wish to make changes to my labels, I can simply close out the preview, make whatever changes I wish, and then click Preview again. also have the ability to export my labels. When I click on my export link, I'll be asked to save the file as an HTML file. I'll give the file a name, select where I want that export to be saved, presumably to my desktop for easy location later, and then when I click save, the labels will be saved on my desktop. I also have the ability to use the zoom to make the labels appear smaller or make the labels appear larger. Once I've got the settings I want, I've printed off my labels. I can come back to my Print Shelf Labels dialog box, select an old batch of labels, and select Delete, and then that batch of labels will be deleted from my system. Thank you for joining me for today's shelf label training. Have a good day.